Tuesday morning. As ever, Ant is in and out pretty quick with his tanker. All the oilseed rape went in yesterday, all in, drilled and rolled, slug pelleted, and today we'll get the pre-em on, and so that's first job of the day, and I'll let you know what else we're up to as and when it happens. So me, Dad and Will have just come down to Starcross to Matford Arable Systems to have a look at their maize trial at their office. I'll spin the camera in a sec and just show you what there is to see here and what they're finding with their varieties. So how they'll set up their maize trials is, obviously you can see here, this is the variety, a coded variety from RAGT. The first three are all similar, and then as you obviously you can look at your crop, but you walk in and they'll pull some cobs out just so you can see how the cobs are doing. You can see these down here are fit. You've got the dimples in there ready to go. This is all fit to harvest if it was in your field at home. And yeah, so essentially they drill a lot of different varieties along the field, and you just walk up and have a look at how they're doing compared to the ones next door. And the difference that you can see is, as I get over to here, you can see this is obviously an earlier maturing crop, starting to brown up quite a lot. Cobs fit to go again, but yeah, the crop is as you can see the difference in colour compared to what's staying greener. So in terms of what we've grown this year, we've got some Temprano in, as we have for the last couple of years, definitely showing its earliness with the colour of it. And we also have some Duke in the ground. The last 2 years we've had some Duke, again early variety. I would actually say potentially the cobs that we've got in our Temprano are bigger up where we are than they are down in this trial. And we've also got Buxton in the ground, which, if I show you what that's looking like, bit of a bigger cob than the Temprano and the Duke from this trial. And obviously, yeah, you can see the dimple there. It's all fit to go down here. We'll obviously compare that to what our maize is doing back home when we go back. But Buxton does look like a pretty promising variety. What you're able to see here as well is how low the cob is on the plant as well. Obviously, some of these plants have quite a high cob placement, which has its own problems in terms of staying upright if you get a bit of dodgy weather. Then another couple of varieties that we like, probably Will's favourite variety is Exelon, which is looking good here. Again, we found with Exelon that it tends to stay reasonably green, even though the dry matter gets where you want it to get. It still seems greener than other crops at the same stage. Girax is something that we've grown for years, and it's always done the job for us. And if you look there, decent cob development there. There's plenty of bulk to the plant as well. Staying reasonably green here, and then moving just here, this is addition that we've got some addition in the ground this year as well for the first time. And this is actually the same cob that I showed you at the start of last week. You can see here it's good sized cobs. They are good to go down here, but we've got them up in North Devon, so it's a little bit later than this trial would be, but looking promising. Looking through this with Neil Potts, our agronomist, and looking at how the varieties have done, I'd say that he chose wisely. All the ones that we've put in this year seems to have performed quite well. Obviously we have to choose varieties reasonably carefully depending on whereabouts they are, how high the ground is, how wet the ground is, and just where it is in the county. But all of them seem to perform quite well. And as I say before, we staggered our drilling to hopefully get our harvest dates kind of aligned and all close to each other, so we're not having to start and then stop for a couple of weeks to start again. So it seems promising. The old favourites are still doing well. Yeah, so that is the maize trial. So we're up in the field with Ant now. He's out tanking as ever. The Fastrac and the Samson. He's quite a way over, so I'm actually in my car. I didn't really fancy walking across this field while he's spreading it. So he's been tanking today. It's been a reasonably quiet day. Elsewhere we got that pre-em on for the oilseed rape, as I mentioned we would be. And the guys have been back in the workshop just making a few little tweaks and a bit of maintenance on the maize header. That was a bit of skillful reversing, if I do say so myself. So Ant's got to the end of that row, and he'll start the next. As ever, using the dribble bar, we only ever dribble bar when we're spreading. So we're now back at the AD plant with Ant. Just got his loading arm out, sticking it into that trumpet on that tripod there, and he'll be sucking from the lagoon. Those of you that watch regularly will know when we first started using the Samson, we were having trouble getting it to create the vacuum to suck up, but they did a bit of work on it, and Compass Tractors did a bit of work on it, and yeah, it's brilliant now. Very quick and powerful, fills up very quickly, and it empties in the field very quickly as well. So we're very impressed with it. Yeah, so far so good on that front. And Ant's now heading back off site, back to the field. And this new tanker is I think the time into site and then the time back off of site's something like 5-6 minutes now for Ant. So away he goes, and we will call it a day there. Yeah, it's been a reasonably quiet day, a little bit going on, but obviously didn't get out to see the sprayer, and I've only just managed to get out and see Ant now before the end of the day. We were down at the Maize trial and then in Exeter for a little while, so yeah, missed some of what was going on, but we'll be back tomorrow. Got a bit more going on tomorrow. Had a few conversations with some customers that want a few bits done, so there'll be videos to show you, so not to worry there. For now, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all your support, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.